All right. Okay. So I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking about it. And how is the Sand Village a power in the Naruto universe? And I just wrote down some little bullet points. I'm just gonna go off the dome with this one. So first of all, where are the ninja at? Like, let's have that conversation. Like, where are any reasonably talented sound ninja at? And like, I'm of course like not talking about the Sand Three, Tamari, Conqueror, Gara, but like aside from them, literally who else has put up numbers? Like, I think the only one I can think of is fucking Baki over here, and all he did was cut down the guy that coughs a lot. So that's not really a good feat. Like, I don't think we've really had any, at least canon, episodes that show any like decent ninja who are like not the Sand 3 in the village. Because I know we have the girl in like the final arc of part 1 that Gara teaches, and like they're kind of around during the war arc a little bit. But like, what else, y'all? What else do we have? Because they don't do anything for real. They just kind of sit there. And I guess like, they have shinobi that can like run and use kunai, but like, where's your heavy hitters at? Where's your Minatos? Where's your damn Itachis? I mean, no other village had those for real. But like, where's your damn where's your Chojis at? Where's your Shikamaru's? Like, where are your shinobi that are supposed to be there, like, be good powers in the universe? Like, I'm just a little confused. So that one's blowing me, and I want to really like touch a bit more on that, because I feel like the Sand 3, I feel like Kishimoto kind of shot himself in the foot by making their powers so unique in the verse, and it's like the Sand Village literally has no identity. Because, like, the Leaf Village, it has a bunch of clans that come together, the village hidden in the clouds, they have the whole, like, light jutsu, lightning, cool, like, they're all lightning style people. The Hidden Mist, they have the ninja swordsman, a lot of water style jutsu over there, love that. The Stone Village, they got, like, earth style jutsu, and their Kazekage can literally erase you, crazy, but, that's what we do. So, what does the Sand Village have? Because they have puppets, but we've only seen 3 competent puppet users produced from the village. They have, well, Tamari has wind. I don't know if anyone else really starts using wind-based jutsu, or at least on her level, until the war arc, but I mean, by that point it's like whatever, because everyone's somehow overpowered in the war arc, but that's a whole other conversation. But like, and then Gara is just built different, of course, even though his dad technically has the same jutsu, but I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But like, that's my point. I'm just confused, like, how are we not getting invaded immediately? Because like, okay, when like everyone else has good shinobi to use, but the Sand Village doesn't have anything like with an identity, anything that's like, oh god, the Sand Village is gonna do this, because they really don't have like any numbers to put up. Like, what feats have y'all done? Like, okay, I know like Granny Chio and Sasori, like they fought people in the Leaf Village. Who was it? Like the White Fang, Chio fought, and Sasori is fucking insane. Sasori, okay, if they had more ninja like Sasori running around there, I would not be making this video, okay? Because Chio and Sasori are the only ones who are keeping this village afloat. Let me say that right now. Chio was on something different, okay? And so was Sasori, because bro, he said, I destroyed a nation in a night with these. I'm like, oh, and I believe it, and I believe it. But aside from them, like, I'm not really seeing much else. Cause let's go to the Kazekages. First of all, it's so funny. I was looking up, like, I just wanted to see like the Sand Ninja for like this video, and why am I seeing a top 10 list where they're including the first Kazekage, who I don't even think had like a portrait in the anime? Like, and I'm like, okay, so where are the Sand Ninja at? Like, they really just threw some in the war arc because they knew damn well they had nobody to use for this. So I'm like, okay, that's cute. We're just looking at nothing for the Sand Ninja. And the Kazekages, okay, so I think the ones that we know a good deal about is Gara's dad, who I believe was the 4th, and the 3rd, which had like the iron sand stuff, and of course Gara himself, which I believe is the 5th. But like, let's really delve into this. First of all, they're all kind of trash. I can't, I love you, Gara, but without Shikaku, you're not really good. I hate to, because, okay, like, let's start with the 3rd. Like, of course, his jutsu, very good. Love that for him, right? But, you know, he kind of got beat the fuck up by Sasori and got turned into a living puppet, because I'm pretty sure they have to be alive for him to make his puppets, no? So, you got captured alive by this man, and you're a Kage, which, like, granted, that's just like a feat for Sasori, but it's like, damn, you got taken alive by another ninja in your village. That's crazy. You're supposed to be a Kage. What's going on? And speaking of sorry Kages, because let me not do too much on the third, because the fourth is the sorriest one out there. He is garbage. I'm so sorry. Like, the war arc did so much good press for him, because there's no way you got snuck off screen by Orochimaru and you're a Kage. What were you doing? That's I just want to know. I want to know. I really want to understand this. What were you sitting up there doing when, who was it, Kabuto or Orochimaru? I forget who even did the final blow, but like, when they were literally about to fucking kill you, what were you sitting up there doing? Because it clearly wasn't anything productive. Because you died how quick? Very embarrassing. I couldn't let that happen to me. And, I mean, also, fuck him, shit dad, hate him. We'll circle back on that one. And then Gaara, it's just, you know, there's a lot to delve into with Gaara, you know, because, first of all, he just got bitched, bro. And Shippuden, it's so sad how they did him, because it's clear Kishimoto did not want him to be great. That's what it was. That's really what it had to be, because it ain't no way. It ain't no way you had Gaara out here this sorry, bro. Like, okay. And I think it's like, Gaara's also in the same camp as Law for my One Piece fans, where it's like, he's good. Don't get me wrong. Gaara's pretty good, but like, his everything else is kind of trash and it drags him down crazy. Because when Gaara was doing that fight against Deidara, I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of doing his big one. But then Deidara was like, okay, I'm gonna lick this sand and I'm gonna win now, which was kind of confusing because I'm like, I'm not really sure how that correlates with you getting to the sand, but whatever. But yeah, no, so it was just rough, bro. Gaara just straight lost. And circling back to Deidara, because I really want to touch on that one more before I get into just the full thing with Gaara. Deidara literally came in a single night and washed the entire village. Well, I mean, technically it's Kazekage, but that's the entire village, you know, the Lock Country. But like, literally came in one night, and keep in mind, I really want to stress this part. They had notice because Sasori poisoned Kankuro, so they knew that someone was in the village. They had, like, that's the part that's really blowing me. They 100% knew that someone was in the village, that something was afoot. And even with that express notice given by their infiltration, Gaara still got beat. And the village itself had nothing they could do against Deidara. And like, okay, granted, right? Sure, he's an Akatsuki member. Okay, that's fair if you're like, okay, well, what are they really gonna do? Right, but literally nobody was doing anything. That's the part that's getting me. Like, what are y'all here for? To sit like bumps on a log? Like, help me, because it must be, it's me that's not understanding, because I'm so certain that you're all shinobi. No, just Gaara. And like, I understand, like, Kankuro was already down for the count. I forget what Tamari was doing. I think wasn't she like getting the other, yeah, I'm pretty sure at that point she had gone outside to get like Shikamaru and the others. So Tamari, that's my queen. I don't say nothing bad about Tamari, but that's my queen, okay? But like, yeah, all the villages, all the other shinobi were trash. Where was Baki then, huh? Where was their Jonin, Jonin teacher then, huh? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm so lost. So, yeah, Deidara really came in and showed just, like, how bad the Sand's defenses were. Just in general, because they had nothing they could do, first of all, against a flying opponent, and against an opponent with a decently powerful jutsu. They were trash, and it's so, like, it's still so mind-boggling, like, how are y'all a power in this world? And let's go back to Gaara really quick, right? Because the fact that just the whole thing with Shikaku and what his dad did was so dumb, and it's dumb in a way that's just like, Are you fucking stupid? Like, oh my god, it pisses me off. Okay, because let's really sit down and think about the plan that he did with like Gaara's like parental figure. So he said, I want to see if he can handle mental strain. So what I'm gonna do is traumatize him so bad and see if he crashes out. And there's so many things wrong with this plan, but let's start with the first one. So you're telling me and like, keep in mind, this, like, the tail beasts in this universe are basically the equivalent to like your trump card, your like pawns, like it's basically the equivalent to a nuke. You're not gonna fucking fuck with someone with a damn nuke that they can just hit you with at any time. Like, the tail beasts are essentially fucking nukes. So you're gonna tell me that your strongest weapon that holds all the other nations together, because that's what all the other nations have that create them as the biggest nations. And you're going to tell me that you're going to jeopardize your power to see if your son will crash out or not. Keep in mind, what was he, like 4 or 5? Like, the plan made no sense. And then you're telling me you're going to take the only person in his life that's ever shown him kindness, which is crazy, first of all, and then you're gonna say, hey, try and kill him, and then lie to him, say that everything that was in his life was a lie, actually. And I'm like, okay, so I just want to know the reason why. And then after that, be surprised, you're like, oh, he's not ready. When he's having a fucking meltdown, because of course he is, he's a 6-year-old, and his fucking, like, parents at that point just said, I actually hate you because your mom birthed you, and yeah, you took my sister away from me. And so after that, when he of course has a breakdown and starts rampaging across the village, what was the plan then? If you could not contain him then, what was the plan? Just do whatever? Because these tail beasts can literally fucking blow the place up. Because when Shikaku came back the first time in part 1, I swear to God, Kishimoto did not have the tail beast bomb in his mind. Because that thing is a literal nuke. It will kill anything. And it's so frustrating. This plan is so stupid. So you create an unstable weapon of mass destruction, are surprised about it, and then when Gaara was unstable and was crashing out, like, how that just puts the village in so much jeopardy, because you have a demon running rampant, causing property damage, scaring your people, lowering morale, lowering their faith in their leaders, and then, like, the other villages weren't supposed to take note. Because if another village, while Gaara was having one of his rampages, just came by and was like, okay, sup, and said, yeah, you're done, now what? Because keep in mind, they only have like 1 or 2 strong ninja. So like after that, if they do some shit, it's a wrap. It's really a wrap. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Like, there's no way that you for real like sat up here in my face and you're trying to convince me that this move was not only good, it was smart, in any way well thought out. Like, it just pisses me off. Because realistically, the Sand Village is such an easy lick. Their location is trash, their schools are trash, the fucking village itself is trash, like, look at it. And you want me to believe that they are one of the strongest villages. They have a collection of powers so great that other nations would not want to attack them as soon as possible. I'm begging you, be for real.